It's third grade and I had just come back from my summer break, and my teacher had asked me, she said, "What did you do over the summer?" And I said, "I actually flew a plane." And she goes, "No, Nick, you flew in a plane." After arguing back and forth for a little while, she called my mom during one of our breaks and she said, "You know, Nick is a bit of a liar. He said he had flown a plane over the summer." My mom said, "Well, actually, you know, Nick did fly a plane, and he even has a logbook, he logged his time." That was the first time I realized that not everyone has planes, because I thought everyone took their cars to their plane. I just thought that's the way it was. So I realized at a very young age that, you know, I kind of had a different upbringing, and I grew up in this world of aviation thanks to what my parents had done. Years later, I'd just become CEO. I was about 27 years old, and I'm sitting in our front lobby and someone just came in off their first flight. And the guy's about an 85-year-old guy, and he comes in and he's not smiling, so I figured as a CEO, I should ask how he's doing. So I say, "You know, did you not enjoy your flight?" And he goes, "No, quite the opposite. I realized I could have done this my whole life, and I just totally missed out." I sat with that for a while, and I realized that we as an industry have done a terrible job of shouting from the rooftops and saying, "Hey, guys, aviation is possible. There's a way you can have this in your life." There's no reason for someone to say like, "Oh, I'm 85 years old before I realized I could even do this at all." And that kind of became, I think, the mission of the company was, how do we make this possible for people like you? How do we make it safe and become a trusted resource to make you feel comfortable stepping into this lifestyle of aviation? So that's kind of the underlying drive behind Ventura, and really the whole drive behind what my parents had done. When my dad started the company, he didn't know this was possible. And so again, I mean, he started, luckily, his partner in his first business had been flying. So he was fortunate to know someone. And that's the problem, is most people need to know someone to get into this world. So we just really wanted to make that possible for people. It's not just a business for us. This was our family activity. When I was a kid, one of my earliest memories was getting in an airplane when it was cold out and getting out of an airplane when it was warm. My parents had flown me to Walt Disney World. And I just remembered as a 4-year-old, airplanes meant Disney. Airplanes meant my favorite place to go. Because aviation was such a big part of my family's life outside of the business, I think that really, again, became kind of the heart and soul of what we wanted to do, because it's not just us flying someone from A to B, it's us enabling you to tell your story, to have this really unique experience for your family, whether it's a father and a son taking a flight on a small plane, or whether it's a family going on a vacation that they wanted to go to, or going to visit family members that they maybe don't see as much because it's harder to get to where they live. It kind of became the why for us, was making every moment count for people like that. Because again, it's about people. It's not, even if you're a business person, it still comes back to, it's about people. It's about people having extraordinary lives and telling extraordinary stories with their lives. So the family was, again, really the underlying bedrock for us. I think one of the biggest misconceptions in aviation is people assume that this is just reserved for the rich. And I can tell you, I grew up just a regular family on Long Island, and it was by sheer force of will and dedication that my parents started this company and made it what it is today. And I can tell you, you don't have to be some uber wealthy person to be able to experience the benefits of this. So do yourself the favor, whether you want to fly private, whether you want to own your own airplane, if you're just curious about this lifestyle, reach out to us. We'd love to talk to you about it. And again, really think about what else is possible for you.